World War II, a time of death and destruction on a scale the world had never seen. We all know about Nazi Germany, the Holocaust, the gas chambers, Auschwitz, the annihilation of millions of Jews in Europe. But while those horrors unfolded in the West, something equally monstrous was happening in the East. Behind the image of cherry blossoms, samurai honor, and what we now think of as cute culture, Imperial Japan was unleashing a reign of terror across Asia. In 1937, in the ancient city of Nanjing, Japanese forces turned 6 weeks into hell on earth. Entire neighborhoods were burned, tens of thousands of civilians and captured soldiers were massacred, bayoneted, or buried alive. Women were assaulted on a scale almost beyond comprehension, and families were torn apart in front of each other's eyes. The city, once a cultural jewel, was left in ruins, haunted by silence. In the Philippines, after American and Filipino troops surrendered, over 60,000 prisoners were forced to march more than 100 kilometers in the blazing sun with no food, no water. Those who collapsed were beaten or shot on the spot. The Bataan Death March became a trail of corpses across the land. And in the frozen plains of Manchuria, Unit 731 carried out some of the most nightmarish experiments in history. Prisoners were infected with plague, cholera, and anthrax. Some were exposed to poison gas, others dissected alive without anesthesia. Human beings were treated as disposable lab animals, their suffering recorded in notebooks as data. Entire villages were deliberately infected, spreading disease that killed indiscriminately. Beyond the battlefields, civilians across Korea, China, and Southeast Asia were enslaved for forced labor. Men sent to mines and factories, women trapped in military comfort stations, farmers starved as their rice and crops were seized to fuel the empire's endless hunger for war. The suffering wasn't just collateral damage, it was systematic, deliberate, and calculated. And yet, after Japan's surrender, many of these crimes were buried. Some war criminals were never tried. Others were spared because their knowledge, gained through human agony, was seen as valuable in the Cold War. Unlike the Nazis at Nuremberg, justice in Asia was incomplete. The scars remain, and the memories still divide nations today. We remember the Holocaust. We remember Nazi Germany. But history is not complete until we also remember the atrocities of Imperial Japan. So the victims are not erased, and so humanity never dares to repeat them again.